Ooh, daredevil. Look, I'm a South African daredevil.
Amazing accent, can I just say.
South African? I thought it was alright, wasn't it?
It was alright, yeah.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, mate. It's a weird, like, Australian, but it's not Australian, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Hello and welcome to Sam's on Wrestling here from Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
From Brunfontein.
Kind of sounds like Korg from Thor. We've got some pamphlets.
Are you saying it's New Zealand? Are you saying my South African is New Zealand?
I mean, they all play rugby, don't they? It's basically, you know, they love a bit of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is our Power Ranking Series. I am Sam, I'm joined by Baby Sam,
Hello.
and we are talking about Justin Gabriel, your boy.
A man who I thought I loved until I really had to look at him and do these rankings and realised, oh, I actually don't like him, but I do at the same time.
This is our Power Ranking Series where we take a wrestler, a male, female, or a tag, and we give them a score out of 10 in 10 different wrestling categories. We then combine our scores together to give them an overall score of 200 and see where they land on one of our leaderboards. We're doing Justin Gabriel, who we're going to consider a undercard wrestler.
Yeah, you never won a singles title.
Never won a singles title. We always have rules with the mid-card and obviously the main events. So we're talking about the South African daredevil.
I never knew that was his name.
It was like a gimmick for ages, but it was like mainly on YouTube. They go, maybe we can make him a daredevil. And I was like, nah, let's not bother with that. But before we get to see where Sam has overranked and then realise how depressing one of his boys are, remember his Heath Slater and his Santino scores. Maybe he's learnt his lesson. Let's find out. Before we look into it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And let's find out where Justin Gabriel has landed on our leaderboard. We start with wrestling ability, Sam.
Now this is Justin Gabriel's bread and butter, and he's a very limited chef. He can't do many things. This is really all he can do. I've given him a 7.
I've given him 5.
That makes me sad.
Yes, I get that.
But that's okay. I forgive you because you're my friend.
It's weird. The reason I have 5 is because this was the one I struggled with the most because it's very hard to distinguish between wrestling ability and storytelling with someone like a Justin Gabriel, particularly cruiserweights. But I was there going, if we took away the 4 high-flying moves he was allowed to do in WWE, what other moves did he have? And the problem is he was a heel for a lot of the time. And as a high flyer, it's very difficult to be a heel. And then they did a very great job with the 450, making it a heel move, which is genius. Brilliant booking in the, by the way, can't take much from Nexus, because this is on his own. Remember this? If we were doing the tag team, which can count factions, obviously, as well, and we did the Nexus, we could talk a little bit more about Justin Gabriel, but this is on his own. And that's going to ruin it.
Hey. He did, in a Money in the Bank match, a 450 stood on top of a ladder that was placed on a turnbuckle.
He did.
That's pretty cool.
He did.
So I think 5 is a bit harsh.
No. I generally think that people only remember the flip finishing moves he's got. I can't remember any of the moves he did. I can't remember the matches he built, particularly as a single star.
We'll get to the storytelling.
Yeah, but you can see what I think, because I think it's very hard to do that with this. Usually, storytelling and wrestling ability, we can split so easily. I can't split this one, so should we quickly go to storytelling?
We can.
Now on storytelling, so we had 5 and 7 for wrestling ability, and I've gone for 4 for storytelling.
I've also gone 4.
So I've gone 5 and 4 because I just went, he's a better wrestler than a storyteller, but it's not by a lot for me.
Yeah.
So I just struggled.
Well, there's part of it. He never really got long matches in WWE on his own.
Which is so weird.
But then I also feel that there's a reason, because yes, you might be good technically as a wrestler, but then can you hold a crowd for that long?
And that was his issue. If you're a high flyer who can't hold a crowd, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. To me, do you know I look at him, do you know what I think? I think Saturday morning slam wrestler.
Oh, that is not a nice thing to say.
It's not. Go stick out. The guy could do the flips for the kids' TV show.
Oh.
And I'm right.
Yeah.
And I'm right.
But he's my boy, son.
I know he's your boy, but...
He comes from Cape Town.
He does.
How cool is that?
Not very.
Yeah.
Hi, South Africa. We actually have some South African viewers.
Do we actually?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, hello, South African fans.
I love your cricket team. Woo!
You're good at rugby as well.
Go win the Test Championship.
I love the 2010 World Cup. Awesome.
Yeah. We now move into their promo skills, their ability to talk. Did he talk?
He wasn't given much time. And
I saw him mainly talk on YouTube more than anything else. Back when YouTube was kind of a really big thing for a while for WWE. And they did loads of little shows like the Cole and JBL show and all that jazz.
I've given him 2.
I've also given him 2. We always have like a kind of like fast and loose rule that 8, 9, and 10 are like your upper echelon. 3 to 7 are your middles. And anyone below a 3, we're saying is really bad. And where do they run in on the bad? He couldn't talk. He is charismaless, which will affect gimmick and personality later as well. This is, again, these two... There's a problem with someone like Justin Gabriel. A lot of these scores have to be the same because they just filter into one another. Because he doesn't give anything, or wasn't allowed to give anything, but I don't think he had anything to give.
Do you think... I don't think English was his first language, was it?
I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I think it is.
I'm trying to help you, mate.
South Africans, they learn English very quickly, or English is their first language.
I'm trying to give him that.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's his second language, but I don't think he speaks Afrikaans.
So, right, the thing is, you've got a lot of that NXT Season 1 people, they kind of... a lot of people, when they come up to NXT, they do those little promo showcase things.
Wade Barrett did a good one, Otunga did a good one.
But they're mostly pretty bad. Even Heath Slater's was pretty bad, but what you see through most of these guys' careers, they get way better. When they're on the main roster, Heath Slater was great, for example. Justin Gabriel never improved.
Even Ryback, yeah.
You could do a decent promo. Justin Gabriel never improved, really.
And to be honest, I think we're being quite generous with the 2, to be honest. But I think that's for these. You can't say whenever he talks, turn him off the telly. Yeah, I think 2 is. I always say 2 is 2 and 1 are very obvious. Yeah. 1 is go away, I'm turning you off from you talking. 2 is this isn't good. That's how I judge 1 and 2.
Yeah, it kind of just almost felt a bit awkward for him.
Yeah, I did. He didn't want to do it. Just maybe to go do some flips. That's what it felt like.
But then you never go
nowhere. Yeah, you stay in the lower card.
Which is fair.
Yeah. We're now moving on to their look. So this could be body type. It could be how they've appeared themselves, the gimmick they wear. Sam, what have you gone for look?
I went with 4.
I went with 4. He had a nice haircut.
He had a nice haircut. I kind of liked his strums. They're kind of bluey kind of thing.
Yeah.
His kick pads. He's going for something. His elbow pads. He's going for something, but it's very simplistic and plain. Like
do you know what? Do you know what he reminded me of? You know how we talk about some people are a creator wrestler. This person is a creator wrestler when someone is genuinely trying to create a wrestler.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, so it's not the person who gets given to you. It's like, no, I'm trying to make a cool guy.
Sure, best effort in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's that. Let me just quickly make a high flyer. It's a bit of that. Stylish, good hair, beard, tan, trunks are okay, couple of decent designs on them. But if you saw his gear just off, just hung up, not him next to it, like...
Where are we going with this?
So if Justin Gabriel is there, while his gear... Imagine his gear is hung here and Justin Gabriel is there.
Oh, we go with this one.
Would you go... That's Justin Gabriel's gear, that.
I'd probably just give him some privacy. So just say,
you've opened the curtains.
Sorry, mate.
Hey, Justin! 20 minutes, mate!
I'd turn and do a 180 instead of a 450.
If you did a 450, at least be facing the wrong direction.
Well, I've done an unnecessary spin, though.
So you've turned... No, you're trying to get another look.
Yeah. Whoa, that?
Well, you've done a double take. No, I'm going. I'm going.
Must be dizzy.
I've gone 4.
I've gone 4.
We move on to their entrance. How good was their entrance? Sam, help me. I can't remember their entrance. That wasn't Nexus or Core.
I'm from this time and I don't know. I've given it a 3, but I don't know what I'm giving a 3, so I might have to just do a 2 or a 1.
So I've also given a 3 because I was hoping that I would come to you and you would go, oh, it's do, and you would get
probably
it.
Is.
Because I don't know. Sometimes you go, Sam, what's the move? And you ask me and I go, their tag team move is this. And you go, I can now rate this. And sometimes I come to you and go, hey, do you remember this wrestler from 2014? What was going on?
It's one of those things where I've given it a score and I've intended to look it up later on. I've intended to YouTube it and I haven't. So that's what I've got. I'll give it a 2 because it's that unmemorable that I actually didn't even remember to look it up.
I forgot to do my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's so forgetful.
I do that sometimes. I'm giving it a 2. Whatever it is.
I'm going to give it a 3 for his great ability to be forgetful.
Hey, you know what? He makes it to the ring.
He does.
He succeeds. That's what entrance is for.
Doesn't fall over.
No.
He's not the Ultimate Dragon at WrestleMania 20. It's not Mandy Rose at 37. He makes it to the ring. He succeeds. We move on to their work as a heel. Tough. Because now, this one's a tough one because if he did it on his own, you'd probably give a 1 because he doesn't do anything. But he has residual Nexus heat.
And core heat.
No, he has no core heat. There's no heat. Literally, do you know what the core is on a heat? They are when you've turned up to a barbecue late. And someone's gone, oh, there is a sausage left, and it's slightly charred, and the fire has a tiny bit of gold in it. Not even red. It's a bit of gold. It's gone to that yellow stage where it's just about to go, and you go, and usually when you put oxygen in it, it goes, oh, I'll give it a and it goes out. That's how much heat the core had.
I love the metaphor. Yeah, I can't argue with it. I've gone 4.
I've gone 4 for residual heat that was able to take into...
So the barbecue next door. It's coming into Justin Gabriel's garden.
It's even worse. They're a vegan.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh God, you know, I should like this.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've changed to this now. The residual heat, I think, is a very weird thing to talk, because we say it's on their own, but he did get heat for being a heel. I think we have to take a little bit of their Nexus work when he was on his own, and they got some of the... Because obviously, you can't just ignore the whole run as a Nexus. It's what was he doing on his own. And he did do heel stuff in the ring when he got to wrestle on his own, or when he was wrestling in the tag team. So I will give him that 4, kind of for his overall career.
Yeah.
Work as a babyface. Yeah?
I'm going to try and sell you something here.
What are you trying to sell me?
4.
I will agree with you on 4.
Oh, have you also got 4?
I have.
I've sold him. Master salesman. That's how it's done.
How did you do
the
that?
The art of the deal, yes.
I've written 2. I've written 2.
Exactly. I just have a way with people.
Anyone who can do flips will pop a crowd.
Yeah.
And people will be happy to see you do the cool flips. So you will get some sort of cheer. I have to admit, it's like a 3.75 rounded to a 4. It's lower than 4, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But I think probably a 4. He was known because of the Nexus and the core, so people gave him like, oh, I know you. If he was new and came without the Nexus, I think he would have lasted 6 months.
Oh, you can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
He kind of almost got lucky, the fact that he was put in the group, you know, the first Nexus season, and we were like, oh, we're going to make these guys the Nexus, and he got took along.
A few people, Michael Tarver.
Oh, yeah. I love Michael Tarver, but for no reason. I just like him.
Do you know what, Sam? We'll power rank Michael Tarver.
Please, I'm here for that.
There you go.
I love Michael Tarver.
We will power rank Michael Tarver.
Sam. He was intense.
In 2025, we will power rank Michael Tarver.
I love Michael Tarver.
But for now, we're doing Justin Gabriel, and he's a 4 babyface.
Yeah.
Gimmick and personality. He doesn't have much of a gimmick. He didn't have much of a personality. Sam?
3.
Yeah, let's go with 3 and move on. Over and a draw. How much they got a reaction from the crowd? How much money did they make?
3.
Sam, I'll also go with 3. Shall we move on?
Yeah, please.
You should always end on a finish. This might be Gabriel's highest score of the whole thing. Can we talk about the fact that I feel a bit sorry for Gabriel, sort of thing. I think if he had an NXT run, I think he could have done okay in terms of the black and gold. I think if they'd have actually sat him down and gone, come on, let's take you to some acting classes or something. You know, I do think, let's say if we did the Daredevil gimmick, so he almost became like a real Jeff Hardy. You know how Jeff Hardy was a Daredevil? That's because he just did stupid things. If Justin Gabriel was, I am going to do stupid things, even if it was backstage on his motorbike doing all these cool things or whatever, that's the gimmick I would have given him. But they didn't do that. So I feel a bit sorry for Justin Gabriel, because I think there was potential there to at least, you know, push him as a lower mid-card guy.
But then, you know what? Considering his circumstances, he got given a lot of good stuff to work with. He got the Nexus and the core. He got 2 factions. That's a lot more than a lot of people have.
They should have stuck him in a tag team and kept him in a tag team. Yeah. They should have done. But finisher, so we're going with the 450.
I've given it 9.
I've given it 8 because I've seen the 450 a lot beforehand. However, you'd think to yourself, well, Sam, surely that marked it down. They got the 450 over as a devastating move. And remember, no one was allowed to use it for a long time. Juventud used it, got it banned. Paul London had it for a while because he could do it safely, but that was about it. So it'd been about 4 years, as far as I'm aware, since we were like allowed to use it, or at least consistently. And they went, you can do this safely, because let's be honest, what an athlete. What an athlete. And that 450, when they did the whole with the Ricky Steamboat and Vince, and like they've taken it out because of the move. If you've got it's been taken out because of the move, that's a high-ranking move to me.
And I like that when Nexus did their beatdowns, which were great.
End
they do
on
all
him.
the finishes, and they do the wasteland. Wade Barrett would do the wasteland into the corner so that they were there set up. And Justin Gabriel, I don't know who told him to do this, or if he just did it himself, he would just sit there and just wait and just look around whilst people were booing.
It was the most character he ever did.
Honestly, it was great. It was really good. It was really good. And he'd just kind of sit there and be really slow, stand up really slow, and then just go bang.
It was...
You felt the impact of it.
Brilliant.
Always smooth, always safe, but also looked devastating.
Yeah.
I loved it. I wouldn't give it a 10 just because you've got quite a bit of setup to it.
And it's been done.
Yeah, it's been done. But a 9 for me.
I've gone 8 because it's been done, but I will have to put it in the upper echelons of it. The first person who ever did it, who I've seen might get a 10 from it. However, the booking of this is what's it's when you gave Santino for the Cobra an 8, it's wrong. But the booking of it really, a booking does not jump it up like one. By the way, one of our people has commented on that video very recently.
Did I get rage bait?
They scored it as 0.
Well, they can find me.
I've gone 8. I think 8's very good. 9, I understand. So, Sam, we have got our overall score. What did you overally score Justin Gabriel Lee?
I gave him a 42.
I gave him a 40. He is a perfect example of a 4 out of 10 wrestler. That's what Bret Hart calls Triple H. He calls him a 4 out of 10 wrestler because Bret is the most bitterest man alive. That gives Justin Gabriel an overall score of 82. So first of all, let's see where he lands on our lower card leaderboard, because he never won a mid-card title and never really pushed into that mid-card consistently. He has gone into 4th place, just above, I say just above, he's miles above David Otunga, his fellow Nexus member.
I think it's fair.
Let's just quickly see where he lands on the main overall board. He's second from last, above David Otunga, just above Stevie Richards. Stevie of Richardsness. That promo work probably is what sent Stevie.
Just a little bit above, yeah.
Could you imagine if you said who's the better wrestler between Stevie Richards and just Incredible? Oh God, it's ECW filtering in my brain. Oh no! Oh no! It's killing you,
Allergic
Gabriel.
to ECW.
Don't forget to like, share,
and subscribe so I can get my medicine.
We've been hit with the 450. We'll see you next time.